Ow! Hello my geeky guys and gals, welcome back once more to Her Story. I'm your host Geek. I do apologise, it's been a long time since the last video. When the last video went up, I must admit I had nothing, literally nothing for the channel. I wanted to have them more spaced out, but because I didn't have anything recorded, I had to release them as they were back then. So that's apologies about that. I didn't want to get some variety back on the channel, and so did a lot of stuff, and so we'll find it back. So what do we know about our suspects, really? We think that she might have some kind of either multiple personality disorder, if I can speak it right, or schizophrenia, but the results wouldn't come up. But I also completely forgot all about this at the start, the very first video. It did say about how if it's one of these two. It says that we can search using multiple clip search, like robbery supermarket, and then phrases, statements. I forgot all about that. Don't know why I said it like that. I'm not Canadian, I'm British, man. Anyway, so with that in mind, if I do it like that, what's my name? Would that work? No. So we do it in quotes. Let's see if that would work. No. Okay. I thought I was onto something there because the name was different. It's really strange because you seem to sometimes think that you are on a roll, but then other times it's like no. And you can only have a maximum 5 searches on here. It's like work. That came back with 12. It won't let me have more than 5 though. Oh, dollhouse in attic. Something new there. There's 4 of them. See what I got to say about this one. Come on.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl. The dollhouse in the attic. Old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Yeah. Talking about sleeping in the parents' bedroom.
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
So there's redecorating the house that the parents gave to her.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. And they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it. We invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Nice. Oh, very pleasant. Moths can be irritating, especially Goliath moths. I think it's huge.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Simon never went into the attic, so he must have had a feeling. I wonder if the house had had a history. Nope, that didn't work. What about the house history? Nope. Ooh, that's one. When was Simon found? Only one video though.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow, so we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant, but I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers, drunk guys I'd met in clubs, in parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
I'm not sure about this, but I wonder if that's got anything to do with it, the sexually transmitted disease. If I punch that in... No, still only one. Because usually something like that might have caused a conflict between two people. With that, it might have led on to whatever happened between this woman and Simon, and then Simon having the argument with Hannah. And that's a weird thing, because this woman and Hannah are the same person, but on a personality level, she was having... Well, she could have had the argument with Simon getting frustrated and pissed off about it, and having the argument with Hannah, and Hannah wouldn't understand what was going on. And then again, maybe she could do, because of this personality trait that was going on. It's strange. I need to find out what her name is somehow, and find out what happened between June the 30th and July the 1st. Oh. Oh. Fuck's sake. I'm losing my voice there. So I've just been thinking, the first term that comes up, first search term when you boot the game up and start a new game, is a murder. Anyone that's been in a police officer role should know that one thing you look for is fingerprints, or at least some kind of evidence on a crime scene. And there's me fucking 4 episodes in. There's 4 episodes complete. I hadn't even thought of anything like that. Crime scene. Did I do that one before? No. Well, I have now, but nothing's come up. What about evidence? There we go. Why? She got a guitar there.
Really? Okay.
Is it the same one?
Who's the rest?
Oh no.
Made a body of a doctor, all the wind and the rain, till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by on a dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair, on the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair. Wind and rain, and I made little pegs of only tune that the fiddle could play was all the dreadful rhythm down.
Excuse me. Ah, she got an audience.
Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
Yeah, that's a good one. Although I didn't come up with a little flashy thing on there, but she actually got an audience on that one. A round of applause. Anything you do, say and sing will be given, maybe used against you in the court of law. But fucking evidence.
Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about. My husband is dead.
Mm-hmm. Not your husband though, honey boo. So how about if there was any fingerprints? Whoa, look at all that. Why didn't I think of this before? But a lot of you are shouting all this out.
Fine. I've never had my fingerprints taken before.
Ooh.
I once burnt my hand on the oven.
Burnt on the oven. Okay. So, get my old notepad out again. There's burnt fingers on oven. That could be an interesting clue. Let's see what the next one is. How many? 5 entries found says all this lot in here. Ooh, might be getting somewhere now.
Fingerprints.
Really? That's one little tiny little video. Okay. Still getting some more in though. Oh, there's new green things coming up. It's all good.
Yes. Yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too. With the fingerprints in all those places.
Fingerprints on sheets? Okay. Cleaned sheets. Fingerprints on sheets. Just thinking of two there. One or another. Because she cleaned them. And the reason for she cleaned them because the fingerprints were on them. So if one search term doesn't come up, the other one should. And see what will happen from there.
Could they have been my parents' fingerprints? I'm not sure how long they last for, but is that possible?
I don't think they can. Oh, not sure about that.
Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking do it.
Match to what? The fingerprints on the sheets? Sheets? Nothing. No. Okay. How about sheets? Nope. Oven? Nope. Burnt. Ah, dang it. Ooh. Because I was thinking burnt fingers on oven. Just put that down on my notes. And clean sheets. Didn't put that one in though, did I? Clean sheets. No. Washed the sheets. No. Ah, brick wall. Hannah, pre-July 1st, saying possibility of the grandparents' fingerprints being on there, but then new woman, still don't know her name on this yet. She's saying, "Here, take the cup, run your fingerprints, they'll match." So could that be right? Fingerprint match? Nope. Match. Ooh, here we go. So much for phrase term searches.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our harness to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl.
Okay.
The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. But she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck frozen peas up for me from the kitchen. Well, so much of our bodies were synchronised anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
Yeah, because they're the same woman. You're the same person. Right. Black eye. Yeah, same one. Ugh. I wonder, because Hannah came up with 18 results. When did Hannah die? Nope. Hannah died. Yeah, okay. What about just plain old death? Ooh. Here we go. I was trying to keep up about the storyline.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt
Death
around
caps.
the cap. My dad taught me that. But, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone.
Poisoning.
And no one had any reason to hurt them.
That was interesting. I was trying to look for video files of when Hannah died, so to speak. But that one came up. Hold on, I got to listen to that one again. Because who is she saying about the poisoning?
They said it was food poisoning.
Is this
There
Simon?
was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Oh no, she might be talking about her own parents there. Okay. Is that how her parents died then?
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD. And I came down one morning and they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot.
Definitely poisoning.
And I slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. He used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. And there's no way you would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
Why she's... There we go. I hit something there. But why is she so concerned about the attic as well? Because I've been trying to do searches for that and barely anything came up. But food poisoning. That's going to bring up something. There's something there. So parents died from food poisoning.
At the time they said it was poison. food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't.
Okay, just one video, not a great deal there. So what if I just put in poison by itself? There's another one. Oh, I feel like I'm getting somewhere now.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. He said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
Oh, this is getting interesting. So now we've got another name, Doug, which I don't think I've seen before. I'll just have a quick out of there from the glare. So I doubt that I've done a search for Doug before. There's drugs. Not the same. There's Carl, Hannah, Eve, Sarah, Ava. Eve again for some reason. Don't know why I've done that. Completely forgot all about it then. Wait, it's repeated, look. Oh, because if you can click on them, it repeats that same search. It's going to add it in again. Yeah, there's no Doug on there, so I'm going to search for that one after. What about death caps? See if there's anything new with that. Nope, still the same. Okay. So parents were killed. Mushrooms. Okay, let's see if we can search for Doug though. See who this Doug. But okay. Getting somewhere.
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them. I hoover, I dust every week. Maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week. But every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. You know, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front.
So Eleanor was a cleaner?
She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
So about I keep looking down all the time. My phone's charging cable keeps on hitting my leg. It's not a pleasant thing. So as Eleanor was a cleaner for the house, huh? It can't be right though, because who's Doug?
Okay.
Keep saying Doug and Eleanor.
I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left.
To the left, to the left.
I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. But he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened.
So that was the night, day doesn't
That's when
appear
Eric
here.
called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. Don't know.
Are Doug and Eleanor the owners of the pub? Or the bar? Okay. There's a lot of information I've got to try and find out on this.
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful.
Imagine.
Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
Okay. So that was Doug. He's getting a little bit more from there. What about Eleanor? There's one found at the end. Look, still 6 entries. Oh, it's a shame that I can't actually pick out more.
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
Ow! Spilt coffee. What the hell happened there? She spilled a coffee, but then I got an achievement for that. Whoa! Shit, son, look at all this! Why would coffee be a major part in that? Sorry, I keep losing my voice here.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Yeah, you big tease. So was she a major coffee drinker? Is that what he's trying to point out there?
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from a payphone, and then headed back.
Okay. Still not sure what to make of the coffee thing on here.
About 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
Mm-hmm. Caffeine will make that baby hyper.
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Wait, okay, hold on a second. Is that one we just watched there? That was on the 1st of July, basically 2:30. The other one was just 7 minutes earlier.
About 8 years back.
Oh, it's
It was
just
a present to myself. I shouldn't even be
yeah.
drinking
No,
coffee with the
she
baby.
wasn't asking for coffee there. She was talking about drinking coffee with pregnancy. Okay, never mind. It's a train of thought gone out of the window.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Okay, ooh. We're getting somewhere. Coffee was something, but I'm not sure how to piece that together just yet. But we've got Doug and Eleanor. That gave some clues. I think they might be the owners. Oh, no, wait, no. Who were the owners of the bar? Because I remember I put those down. Like Peter and Susan are the owners of the bar. So it's not them. So who's Doug and Eleanor? Oh, this is getting so interesting. This is the thing that you've really got to try and figure out all the key words that's being said during these interviews. Because I'm picking up things that I thought were relevant, like one of my earlier searches was jeans, that didn't come up with anything. Long grey duffel coat, that didn't come with anything. A Saturday night out, that was mentioned somewhere, but that didn't come up with anything. But then something like, you don't think about coffee, brings up these 5 results. It's significant in some way, and you wouldn't have had this kind of achievement for it because you wouldn't have a little steam pop saying, hey, yeah, your search term is correct, you're on the right track there, fella. You wouldn't have that in 1994 because Steam didn't exist, but even if it did exist, you won't see police officers just tapping away on their computers thinking, ooh, what can we search for in this evidence? Oh, I know, coffee. Oh, I've got an achievement for that, that's working. Let's carry on with the coffee and the sugar, please, thanks. No, I'm not ordering the coffee, I'm just searching for the coffee. So, I don't know where the key part of coffee comes into the overall interview for that one. And I do apologise about how I'm not being able to communicate what I'm trying to put across together, because there's a lot right now. I feel that I've learned so much about it, and things that I feel are relevant search terms are just coming black with blank walls now, so I have to go back and look at previous footage as what I have found out to try and find out what I could search for in the future. So the earlier the earlier videos were pretty much fairly uncut because everything was brand new. Everything that I searched for, if it had a result came back, was all new. So it's like, oh, that one's good. So I can tap in more into that one and find out more about it. But now it's like, well, I can't find out too much about it. There's not a lot of information to go by. And then you come across a little spark of imagination like that again with a coffee term. So I do apologise about that. I've been playing the game now for 40 minutes, so I'm going to end the video here, but at least we learned something new. Her parents died from food poisoning, even though her father is a mushroom expert. I need to check that very quickly. Mushroom. There's one. Oh, let's just watch this one.
The thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there.
Ooh.
The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
So the Celica bat might be another one there. I might have searched for that one before. I'm not sure. I don't think I have. Let me have a quick look through the search history. Okay, Simon. Yeah, Peter and Susan. They were the pub owners, the bar owners. I don't think I did. That might be another thing to search for afterwards in the next video. Yeah, I ain't searched for that one. Look at all these afterwards. Okay, well, as I say, we've learned a little bit more anyway. We found out the parents died, even though the father apparently should have been a mushroom expert to avoid that kind of stuff. But we definitely know that Hannah and this other woman are clearly the same person. Something's definitely happened, and we still haven't figured out exactly what's happened between June the 30th and July the 1st. I do hope we do find out something soon, because it's really racking my two brain cells right now about what I need to search for, going back through the previous evidence to find out key terms to search for. Let me just refresh this. Yes, one. And getting the right, I don't know, the right buzzwords to come and search for. So from this point forward now, it's going to be harder to search for brand new things to come up, so videos from now on will be a lot more edited. But otherwise, I think at least we managed to make some progress, which is the main thing. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for my damn voice, sorry about that. Shouting on GTA co-op the other night. That's a bad thing. Anyway, just going to try again. Thank you so much for watching this video, my geeky guys and gals. If you liked it, smack the like button. If you didn't, smack the dislike button. If you do dislike though, please leave me a comment down below and let me know what I can do to improve the video just for you. And as always, if you want to know when the next video is coming out, smack the subscribe button down there. And please don't forget to hit the little bell icon next to be notified when the new videos are coming out. If I can say it right, and I'll see you in the next video. So bye bye for now.
Dominator.
It wasn't a keyword per se, but this other one we were talking about trying to get pregnant a lot. Might be something to do with sex to search for as well. Creepy, I know, but we've got to do it.